In 1991, estimates suggested around 20,000 illegal migrants in Nagaland. By 2001, that number rose to approximately 75,000. By 2021, estimates placed the figure close to 300,000. That is not linear growth. That is acceleration. If such a trajectory continues, demographic balance changes within decades. This is not a slogan. It is not a prediction. It is a directional assessment. The real question is not whether migration exists. The real question is, can policy response keep pace with demographic speed? Because demographic change does not wait for consensus. It compounds. Context. Illegal migration in Nagaland is most often discussed in relation to undocumented Bangladeshi immigrants, alongside smaller Nepali and other migrant groups. Exact numbers are difficult to verify. Undocumented movement, by definition, resists precision. So what we examine here are compiled estimates and trajectory modeling. Not to inflame, not to exaggerate, but to understand direction. Because direction determines pressure. Population shift. In 1991, estimated illegal Bangladeshi immigrants numbered around 20,642. By 2001, that figure increased to roughly 75,000, a 263% rise in one decade. By 2021, estimates reached approximately 300,000. Pause for a moment. From 20,000 to 300,000 in 30 years. Now compare that to India's average decadal population growth rate, approximately 20% between 1961 and 2021. If Nagaland followed standard demographic progression without major external factors, projections would look like this: 2021 to 23.8 lakh, 2031 to 28.7 lakh, 2041 to 34.6 lakh, 2051 to 41.6 lakh. That is normal demographic growth. But migrant population projections show a different curve. Projected trajectories. Projected estimates suggest 2031, 8.45 lakh, 2041, 23.8 lakh, 2051, 67 lakh. Let that sink in. If such a trajectory were to continue unchecked, numerical parity and eventual numerical dominance becomes mathematically possible within 2 to 3 decades. These are projections, not predetermined outcomes, but projections reveal direction, and direction determines urgency. If policy moves slowly while numbers move quickly, the gap widens. Tribal comparison. To understand scale, compare these figures with major Naga tribe populations. Konyak, 2.4 lakh Ao, 2.3, 1 lakh Lotha, 1.77 lakh Angami, 1.51 lakh. Even current migrant estimates exceed the population of several major tribes individually. This is not commentary. It is proportional comparison. Scale changes perception, and perception influences politics. Entry routes. Survey-based data suggests the following composition: 84% Bangladeshi, 10% Nepali, 6% others. Reported entry routes largely pass through Assam districts including Golaghat, Karimganj, Nagaon, Sibsagar, and Hojai. This suggests movement through administrative corridors rather than direct international entry into Nagaland, which shifts the conversation from border control to internal enforcement capacity. Economic presence. Workforce participation data indicates IBs 56% locals, 29% Nepali, 13% others, 2%. In Dimapur, 2021 estimates suggest approximately 67% of business establishments are controlled by illegal migrants. Comparable patterns are expected in Kohima. Perception-based economic impact data indicates 10% local contribution, 80% economic outflow, 10% negligible impact. These figures reflect reported perception, not audited financial flows. But perception influences political pressure, and economic presence often shapes long-term demographic stability. Electoral dimension. Survey respondents attributed responsibility for migrant enrollment in electoral roles as follows. Colony leadership, 33%; administration, 24%; politicians, 22%; public, 21%. These are perception metrics, but governance operates under perception as much as law. When demographic growth intersects with electoral structures, political tension increases. Crime and social integration. 63% of respondents reported awareness of crimes allegedly associated with illegal migrants. Reported categories included theft, sexual offenses, vehicle theft, and violent crimes. At the same time, social integration indicators show 37% awareness of adoption, 26% awareness of intermarriage, 44% awareness of joint business ventures. This suggests coexistence, not complete segregation, which complicates policy response, because enforcement must account for both legality and social embeddedness. Legal framework. Existing legal instruments include the Passport Act, 1920, the Registration of Foreigners Act, 1939, the Registration of Foreigners Rules, 1992, the Interline Permit System. Civil initiatives include verification drives in Mokokchung in 2007 and Dimapur from 2014 onwards. The framework exists. The enforcement question remains. And enforcement speed determines whether trajectory stabilizes or accelerates. Strategic turn. Demographic change rarely announces itself loudly. It compounds, quietly, numerically, gradually. If growth trajectories continue, pressure points increase: land, employment, political representation, identity balance. If growth stabilizes, the curve bends. The numbers do not decide the future, but they define the margin of response, and margin shrinks when delay expands. Closing. This is not a prediction. It is a directional assessment. Demography is not emotion, it is arithmetic. And arithmetic does not negotiate. The question is not whether migration exists. The question is whether policy response matches demographic speed. Because once trends mature into structure, reversal becomes far more difficult than prevention. Headlines last days, numbers shape decades. That is why conversations about demography, law, and policy must remain grounded in evidence, not slogans, not outrage. This is Grassroots Lens. We examine trajectory, not noise. If you believe difficult issues deserve serious, data-driven discussion, support the channel. Because numbers shape futures long before politics reacts.